Sure. Start our program in the next 10 minutes. One car is parked in the wrong place. The car number is AS01 GB. Flashing the entrance, so the owner is requested to kindly park the car in a convenient place. Car number once again AS01 189. Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namah Satchitananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatama Shri Bhagavati Samhita Shri Bhagavate Namah Hari Om Tat Sat 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 Hari Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hello, hello, check. Hello, hello, check. Hello, hello, check. Hello, hello.
good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to start the inaugural program of the second Northeast India Biosimilar Meet. I'd like to request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly join us on the stage, please. Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and all the dignitaries and delegates present over here. Namaskar, I'm Tarali Sharma, Senior Assistant Director of Indian Chamber of Commerce. On behalf of Indian Chamber of Commerce, I would like to welcome you all to the second Northeast India Biosimilar Meet organized by Indian Chamber of Commerce in association with Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. This ambitious program is being organized with an objective to create a platform for the buyers and sellers pertaining to the significant sectors of Northeast India and the focus countries, namely Bangladesh, Thailand. This buyer-seller interaction today would be providing a platform for one-to-one interaction between the entrepreneurs of Northeast and rest of India with the buyers and sellers of Bangladesh, Bhutan, Laos, and Thailand. Today, we are having around 100 international participants and around 200 national participants in this buyer-seller meet. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start the inaugural program. Once again, a very good morning to all of you. Shuprabhat to all the dignitaries and delegates of Bangladesh. Kuso Sankola to all the dignitaries and delegates of Bhutan. Sabaidi Tonsao to all the dignitaries and delegates of Laos, and Sawadi to all the dignitaries and delegates of Thailand. We would be graced with the presence of Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, who would be joining us shortly as the chief guest of today's program. We are honored with the presence of the guest of honor of today's program, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs, Government of India. We'd like to welcome you, sir. We are honored to have retired Air Marshal Dr. A.K. Gogoi, member Northeastern Council, to have with us. Welcome, Mr. A.K. Gogoi. We are honored to have His Excellency Mr. C. Rajashekhar, Ambassador, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, to be with us. Welcome you, sir. We are honored to have Mr. Mahesh Kumar Saharia, Chairman, Indian Chamber of Commerce, Northeast Initiative, and Honorary Council of Indonesia. I'd like to welcome you, sir. We are honored to have Mr. Sarat Kumar Jain, Chairman, Assam State Council, Indian Chamber of Commerce. We'd like to welcome you, sir. We are privileged to have with us virtually Mr. Ravi Shegal, President, India-Thai Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Zaibandit Rajphone, Vice President, Lao National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Abdul Matlub Ahmed, President, India-Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We are also privileged by the presence of Mr. K. Moses Chalai, Secretary, Northeastern Council, Ministry of Donor, Government of India, Mr. G. Pandey, Financial Advisor, Northeastern Council, Ministry of Donor, Government of India, Mr. Cherakul Zelian, Regional Passport Officer and Head of Office, Branch Secretariat, Guwahati, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, Mr. C. H. Khashian, Planning Advisor, Northeastern Council, Ministry of Donor, Government of India, His Excellency Dr. Shah Muhammad Tanveer Mansoor, Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh, Guwahati, His Excellency Mr. Jigne Thilde Namgyal, Consul General, Royal Bhutanese Consulate General to Guwahati, Mr. PVSRMUT, Chairman and Managing Director, NetFree, Mr. Amin Hilali, Vice President, Federation of Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Sunit KP, Secretary General to Indo-Bangla Council for Commercial and Cultural Collaboration, Mr. Tamin Ahmed, President, Select Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Habib Muhammad Chaudhary, Chairman, Asian India Business Council, Lao Pedir Chapter, Srimati R. Lalrodingi, Advisor, Banking and Industries, Northeastern Council, Ministry of Donor, Government of India, Dr. Rajiv Singh, Director General, Indian Chamber of Commerce, and Mr. Santa Sabha Pandit, Regional Director, Indian Chamber of Commerce. Mrs. Chabala Devi. We would also like to announce that we are also privileged to have Mr. Devalaya Devi with us. So once again, welcome you all. Well, I would like to welcome all the dignitaries present over here. Now, we would like to proceed ahead with the felicitation of the dignitaries of today's program. We would like to felicitate the guest of honor of today's program, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs, Government of India. And for that, I'd like to request Mr. Sarat Kumar Jain, Chairman, Assam State Council, Indian Chamber of Commerce, to kindly felicitate the guest of honor of today's program, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs, Government of India. Would also like to welcome on the stage wife of Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh on the stage. Would like to welcome you on the stage, madam. Yeah. Would like to welcome Mrs. Devalaya Singh on the stage with a big round of applause, please. I'd like to request Mr. Sarat Kumar Jain to kindly felicitate Madam Devalaya. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now we are going to felicitate retired Air Marshal Mr. A.K. Gogoi, member Northeastern Council. For that, I would like to request Mr. Mahesh Kumar Saharia, Chairman, Indian Chamber of Commerce, Northeastern Initiative, to kindly felicitate retired Air Marshal Mr. A.K. Gogoi. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now we are going to felicitate His Excellency Mr. Sri Raja Shekhar, Ambassador, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. For that, I'd like to request once again Mr. Sarat Kumar Jain, Chairman, Assam State Council, Indian Chamber of Commerce, to kindly felicitate His Excellency Mr. C. Raja Shekhar, Ambassador, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. Thank you. Thank you. Once again. Now we would like to felicitate Mr. K. Moses Chalai, Secretary, Northeastern Council, Ministry of Donor, Government of India. And for that, I'd like to request Dr. Rajiv Singh, Director General, Indian Chamber of Commerce, to kindly felicitate Mr. K. Moses Chalai, Secretary, Northeastern Council, Ministry of Donor, Government of India. Thank you. We'd also like to felicitate Mr. G. Panne, Financial Advisor, Northeastern Council, Ministry of Donor, Government of India. I'd like to request Dr. Rajiv Singh to kindly felicitate Mr. G. Panne, Financial Advisor, Northeastern Council, Ministry of Donor, Government of India. I'd like to request Dr. Rajiv Singh to kindly felicitate Mr. Cherakul Zilian, Regional Passport Officer and the Head of Office, Branch Secretary at Guwahati, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. Thank you so much. I'd like to request Dr. Rajiv Singh once again to kindly felicitate Mr. C.H. Khashian, Planning Advisor, Northeastern Council, Ministry of Donor, Government of India. I'd like to request Dr. Rajiv Singh, Director General, Indian Chamber of Commerce, to kindly felicitate His Excellency Dr. Shah Muhammad Tanveer Mansoor, Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh, Guwahati. Thank you. Once again, I'd like to request Dr. Rajiv Singh to kindly felicitate His Excellency Mr. Jigme Thimle Namgyal, Consul General, Royal Bhutanese Consulate General to Guwahati.
Dignities on the days, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd like to thank you, Dr. Rajiv Singh, Director General of Indian Chamber of Commerce. Now, I'd like to request Mr. Ishantu Sabha Pandit, Regional Director of Indian Chamber of Commerce, to kindly felicitate Mr. P.V.S. Lemuti, Chairman and Managing Director, NEDFI. He will be joining us shortly. So now I'd like to request Mr. Ishantu Sabha Pandit to kindly felicitate Mr. Amin Hilali, Vice President, Federation of Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry. we would like to felicitate Mr. Sumit KP, Secretary General of Indo-Bangla Council for Commercial and Cultural Collaboration. I'd like to request Mr. Ishanto Sabhapandit. He will be joining us shortly. I'd like to request Mr. Ishanto Sabhapandit to kindly felicitate Mr. Tamin Ahmed, President, Select Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Thank you. We would like to felicitate Mr. Habib Mohammad Chaudhary, Chairman, Asian India Business Council Law PDA Chapter. Thank you. We would like to felicitate Mrs. R. Lalodingi, Advisor, Banking and Industries, Northeastern Council, Ministry of Donor, Government of India. I would like to request the Regional Director of Indian Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Ishanto Sabhapandit, to kindly felicitate Srimati R. Lalodingi. Thank you. We would also like to convey our warm regards to the dignitaries who have joined us virtually today. Mr. Ravi Shegal, President, India-Thai Chamber of Commerce. Mr. Jaibandit Rajphone, Vice President, Lao National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mr. Abdul Matlub Ahmed, President, India-Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, we are proceeding ahead with the speech delivery by our eminent dignitaries of the inaugural session. And before initiating, it's the humble request to all the dignitaries present over here to kindly maintain the allotted time during their address. So with due respect, I would like to welcome Mr. Sarat Kumar Jain, Chairman, Assam State Council, Indian Chamber of Commerce, to kindly extend the welcome address. Thank you.
Good morning, dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh Ji, Minister of State for External Affairs, Government of India, Air Marshal Mr. A.K. Gogoi, Member, Northeastern Council, Mr. Ramali Bhumik, ex-DG and Additional Secretary, Government of Bangladesh, and President, Indo-Bangla Council for Commercial and Cultural Collaboration. Mr. Abdul Matlab Ahmed, President, Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Dr. Shah Mohammad Tanvir Mansoor, Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh, Guwahati. His Excellency Mr. Jigme Thinle Nangyal, Consulate General, Royal Bhutanese Consulate General to Guwahati. Muhammad Jaswin Uddin, President, Federation of Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce Industries. He is attending virtually. Mr. J. Bandit Rasphone, Vice President, Laos National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, is also editing virtually. Mr. Ravi Sehgal, President, India-Thai Chamber of Commerce, who is also on virtual mode. His Excellency Mr. C. Rajsekhar, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. Mr. C.H. Kharsing, Planning Advisor, Northeastern Council. Mr. G. Panay, Financial Advisor, Northeastern Council. Srimati R. Landengin, Advisor, Northeastern Council. Mr. Sumit KP, Secretary General, India-Bangladesh Council for Commercial and Cultural Cooperation. Mr. Amin Hilali, Vice President, Federation of Bangladesh Chambers of Commerce Industries. Mr. PV Murthy, CMD NETFI, I think he's not also present. And other dignitaries, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends from media, I, on behalf of ICC, Northeast Initiative and Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, welcome you all to the second edition of Buyer-Seller Meet between Northeast India and neighboring countries, Bangladesh, Thailand, Bhutan, and Laos. Our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Hemanta Sharma, who will be joining late, but who is the person so much of enthusiastic I will share with you when I met him recently. He is very, very much enthusiastic how to promote the economic tie within Northeast India and the neighboring countries. So he'll be also gracing the occasion little late. My heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh ji for your kind presence in this August occasion, coming all the way from Delhi. Ladies and gentlemen, dignitaries in the audience, friends, hearty welcome to all of you once again. ICC, Indian Chamber of Commerce Northeast Initiative, in association of Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, is organizing second Northeast India Buyer-Seller Meet today in a hybrid mode, both virtual and physical, as a continuum to the first hybrid Northeast India Buyer and Seller Meet held in March 2021. The focus countries for the NE Buyer Seller Meet 2022 are Bangladesh, Thailand, Laos, and Bhutan. With the aim to create a platform for buyers and sellers, Indian Chamber of Commerce, in association with Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, is organizing this meet pertaining to the significant areas of business potentials among the buyers and sellers within Northeast India and neighboring countries. The Northeastern Buyer-Seller Meet featured participation from 100 entrepreneurs in B2B meetings, including 70 from Northeast region and 30 from neighboring countries in the first meeting. But today I am very happy to say that there is a very great participation of about 300 plus delegates in today's meeting. So this shows the interest being generated among the business communities between Northeast India and the neighboring countries, Bangladesh, Thailand, Laos, and Bhutan. What is the importance of this buyers and sellers meet? Why the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, or so to say the policy makers from all the countries are taking interest? This is because of the globalization, because of the promotion of the economic times, how to develop the economies across the border. These are the platforms where discussions can be held pertaining to the potentials of the business, to the problems, to the barriers, and to the solutions in the meet one-to-one. And this also gives an opportunity that whatever the recommendations come out, feature from these meets are being taken up by the policymakers at the government level. Ministry of External Affairs has a special focus on Northeastern region, as the Government of India is committed to the all-round development of the region in line with the vision of Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji. The region holds the key for the security and prosperity of India. The Buyer-Seller Meet event reflects the twin priorities of the government: Act East and Act with Neighborhood. The event would serve as a platform for business development, providing an opportunity to showcase products and services, finding new suppliers and buyers, linking MSMEs to large enterprises. The buyer-seller interaction, on the other hand, will give detailing of buyer's requirement and seller's requirements. The event will also give the opportunity for investment among the Northeast India and the neighboring countries, so to say. The initiative has been designed with an aim, with the sole objective to harness the true potentials of the businesses of Northeast India and the neighboring countries who are participating in today's meet. I'll just share what are the important potential areas of businesses which might be of interest to buyers from neighboring countries, to the sellers of Northeast India, or to the buyers of Northeast India and to the sellers of the neighboring countries. These areas are agri-food product, horticulture, floriculture, tourism, meditourism, agricultural machineries and equipment, medicinal plants, sericulture, handloom handicraft, bamboos, and also on top of it, education and IT. Apart from discussing the potential of business, the meet is also expected to discuss the challenges and the constraints in the development of businesses, and also the recommendations, solutions thereof. In order to boost economic ties, I would just like to share before the dignitaries that our international flight, which were earlier started between Thimphu, Guwahati, and Dhaka, Thailand, I think this needs to be again reintroduced. Thimphu, Guwahati, Dhaka, Thimphu, Guwahati, Bangkok. This will definitely promote the economic time and help in promoting tourism. There are a lot of other physical barriers. Definitely this will be discussed in today's meeting. So I wish this meet a great success. I am quite optimistic that whatever the business potentials are there, those will be definitely harnessed by the buyers and sellers. And also they will recommend what are the solutions to the problems being faced by them. So I once again thank you all of you being present here and end my welcome address at this juncture. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
We would like to thank Mr. Sarath Kumar Jain, Chairman, Assam State Council, Indian Chamber of Commerce, for sharing the kind welcome words. Now, we would like to request His Excellency C. Rajashekhar, Ambassador, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, to kindly deliver the keynote address of today's program, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good morning and a very warm, cordial welcome to each and every one of you here. The graceful MC has instructed us all to stick to the time allotted, so I'll be quick and brief. Yesterday I came a little before to see the venue and that all the arrangements are in place. But today it's looking very colorful and full. In fact, I'm very glad to see that, like a new movie on the first day, the people are seated on the sides also along the wall. The success of an event, especially an event like this, is that it is fully attended. I would like to heartily congratulate the organizers, Indian Chamber of Commerce, for putting together this wonderful event. In fact, after the great success of the last year's event, March of 21, despite the COVID, there has been a lot of enthusiasm to quickly do a sequel but unfortunately we had to put it off earlier. I'm so glad that it is now happening with the participation of so many of you physically and many more virtually. Sir, we have today, I suppose, about 300 plus participating. There are many more in the adjoining hall also here, and also virtually attending from Laos, Thailand, Bangladesh, and Bhutan. I'm so glad to welcome friends from abroad, especially South Asia and also Southeast Asia. A hearty, cordial welcome to each and every one of you. Coming together is the first step. We're very happy to see the success of our neighbors. Bangladesh is actually growing even faster, and India is poised to become the third largest economy in terms of purchasing power parity under the dynamic leadership of the present government, Honorable Prime Minister Modi, who has given us very clear task. All our ambassadors, all our missions have very clear business focus to focus on fostering closer trade, technological, tourism, and people-to-people contact, because we all believe that in your success and our coming together, working together is the key for the collective growth and prosperity of all of us. And as our elders say, our neighbors are more important than even a distant brothers. So we're very glad that we're able to put together this event with friends from the neighbors. A special welcome. And we are most grateful, sir, to the Honorable Minister of State, Professor Rajkumar Ranjan Singh ji, and Madam Devla Devi Singh ji. Sorry for the inconvenience that we have subjected you to. They were very gracious to take the early morning flight and to be with us. Your presence is a great source of inspiration for us. The minister has always been very focused to do more and better things, focusing on Northeast, which is a distinct priority for this government. We are doing a lot of events of connectivity, promotion, facilitation, and in fact, we are also planning many more schemes which will be unveiled later in course of the year. And I would like to most sincerely thank the diplomatic colleagues who have helped through their chambers to mobilize participation. And while we do all these things, neither the government nor the diplomatic representatives do the business. It is actually up to the captains of business and industry. India, especially this region, also produces everything that the neighboring countries ever need or import. So this platform, I sincerely hope you will all avail to forge enduring bonds of mutual benefit. And we, on our part, from the Government of India, Ministry of External Affairs, will always be ready to listen to you, how to facilitate, how to assist this process of our commercial exchanges, because much more than trade and exchanges with the distant people, greater business exchanges with neighbors add greater value. So this is what our government is committed to. We'll be very happy to assist you through every step of the process and listen to you as to how we can assist this process. Thank you very much for all your warm welcome and assistance in making this grand success. Wish you all the very best. Thank you.
We would like to thank His Excellency Mr. Sri Rajasekhar, Ambassador, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India for sharing the keynote address of today's program. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your enlightening words. Now we are going to have the virtual address of Mr. Ravi Shegal, President, India Thai Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to request Mr. Ravi Shegal, President, India Thai Chamber of Commerce, to kindly share your address virtually, please. May I request the technical team to kindly connect to Mr. Ravi Shegal so that we can go ahead
hello.
with the virtual address of him.
I hope you can hear me now. Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I
I'm
can hear you,
online.
sir.
Okay. Sure. I start.
Sir, please, just switch on your video, please.
It can't. I cannot switch on the video. It says that you have blocked my video.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are facing some technical issues, so we'll request him to join later. And now I'd like to request our technical team to kindly play the video message of Mr. Zaibandit Rajphone. Due to some engagement, he could not join. Although he could not join, he has shared one video message. So I'd like to request our technical team to kindly play the video message of Mr. Zaibandit Rajphone, Vice President, Lao National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, please. I'd like to convey the message to Mr. Ravi Shegal, President India Thai Chamber of Commerce, that we had faced some technical difficulties, and because of that, we are about to play the video of the next esteemed speaker of today's program. We'll connect you shortly, sir. Requesting technical team to help us to get the audio, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we regret for the inconvenience. We are facing some technical difficulties. We are about to play the video message from Mrs. Zaibandit Rajphone, Vice President, Lao National Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Agriculture.
We are delighted that we could connect to Mr. Ravi Shegal.
Good morning, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to congratulate the second Northeast buyers and sellers.
Requesting technical team to kindly connect to Mr. Ravi Shegal, please.
I hope you can hear me now.
I'd like to request Mr. Ravi Shegal to kindly share your address, please, sir.
Okay, Swadhi
Can you
Krap.
unmute yourself and kindly share your address, please? Mr. Ravi Shegal, President, India Thai Chamber of Commerce.
Swadhi Krap. Namaste from Bangkok.
This is
Can you hear me?
a message to Mr. Ravi Shegal, sir. So we are not being able to hear you. Kindly unmute yourself, sir.
It's unmuted, and you can see me also, but I cannot.
I'd like to technical team to kindly support us so that we can get the voice.
Hello, yes, can you hear me now? Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
sir, we can hear you now. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
So we can hear you, sir.
Can you hear me,
So
sir?
kindly share your address.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, let me start. Swadhi Krap. Namaste from Bangkok. Honorable Honorable Minister of State, External Affairs, Government of India, Dr. Rajkumar Rajan Singh ji, dignitaries on dais, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor representing Thailand on the second Northeast Buyers Sellers Meet 2022. Today is a national holiday in Thailand to celebrate 70th birthday anniversary of His Majesty the King Rama X. India's commercial and cultural relationship with Thailand is deep-rooted in history. In financial year 2021-22, our bilateral trade increased to 16.10 billion US dollars, predicted to reach 20 billion in near future. It is known fact that the northeast region of India has immense untapped opportunities for economical growth. On my recent meeting with Commerce Ministry of Thailand, I was asked if I could suggest a preferred state in India to sign mini MOU similar to the one they signed with Telangana state. My instant answer was Seven Sisters state. Northeast region has abundance in natural resources. Potential resources in agriculture can be promoted through entrepreneurial initiatives, particularly in horticulture, animal husbandry, and fishery. The scenic natural beauty, wildlife, historical sites, and rich cultural heritage of Northeast can boost immense tourism business. Cultural and religious similarities will attract great numbers of tourists from Thailand. During Prime Minister Modi ji's visit to Thailand, he mentioned that there are plans to establish seamless connectivities between Northeast and Thailand. Road connectivity from Manipur to Mae Sot in Thailand, with total of 1,360 kilometers, is on the last phase of completion. Connectivity is absolutely key for trade relationship. Development of infrastructure connecting both the countries can provide opportunities for Thai investors to invest petroleum and gas exploration and mining. The hydropower project is another industry where Thailand will like to invest. There are many products from Thailand that can benefit from FTA agreements, and similarly products from Northeast which are exempted by taxes in Thailand. There are many new opportunities that open up. There are some limitations which I'm sure will gradually decrease. With this, I convey my good wishes to the organizers and the participants of buyer-seller meet and wish the conclusion a great success. Thank you.
We would like to thank Mr. Ravi Shekhar, President, India Thai Chamber of Commerce, for joining us virtually and sharing your valuable remarks. Now, I'd like to request our technical team to kindly play the video message from Mrs. Zaibandis Rajphone, who has due to some engagement, he could not join us. However, he has shared a video message to all of us. So, requesting technical team to kindly play the video message of Mrs. Zaibandis Rajphone, Vice President, Lao National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to congratulate the second Northeast Buyers and Sellers, an initiative of Indian Chamber of Commerce Northeast Initiative. On behalf of the Lao National Chamber of Commerce Industry, I'm very honored to be part of this meeting and would like to brief a little bit about Laos. Laos is located in the Southeast Asia with a total land of 236,800 kilometers square, which is suitable for cultivation. Around 21% of the area for agriculture. Other than that, Laos is cultural diversity and heritage make Laos one new tourism destination in Southeast Asia. The political stability, security, and view of natural calamity in Laos are the main factor that encourage foreign investors to settle in the country. The Lao-China Railway turns Laos to landlocked country into a land-link hub. The Lao-China Railway, known as the Boten-Vientiane Railway, is part of the 6th International Economic Corridor under China Belt and Road Initiatives. Advantage to invest in Laos. Laos is situated in an economic growth area, share natural resources with Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, and China. Laos PDR is a land-linked country which has access to ASEAN market with a population of 600 million people, including southern part of China. Laos provides investors with various tax incentives, including tax exemption, tax holiday, no import tax for raw material to be processed and re-export, and no tax for export, tourism and employment, energy and connectivity, multimodal transport, air, rail, road, water. China remains the largest foreign investor in Laos, undertaking a total of 785 projects worth 12 billion US dollar, mainly in the special economic zone, industrial park, large-scale infrastructure project. Thailand ranks the second in terms of foreign investment in Laos PDR and has more than 675 projects with an investment value of 7.6 billion US dollar. The initial investment is invested in almost all sectors, in the electrics, energy sector, cost about 3.7 million US dollar. The mining sector has investment cost 1.7 million US dollar. The rest are industry, agriculture, construction, real estate, financial services, banking, trade, and tourism sector. As for India, this time I apologize for not having a good data, but we will provide more accurate data later on. Now I'm talking about the economic environment in Laos. Laos product exports are electricity, gold, tapioca, product that made from paper, gold, bananas, rubber tree, fertilizer, clothes, sugar, and so on. The main market are Thailand, China, Vietnam, Australia, Japan, Switzerland, Singapore, Germany, India, and America that covered with about 90% of export product. The high percent of import are petroleum, gems, car, steel, drink, electrical equipment, and plastics, chemical, woods, and so on. The main country that we import from are Thailand, China, Switzerland, Vietnam, US, Japan, Australia, Singapore, South Korea, India, with covered about 94.3% of import product. Laos PDR also provide high potential for various sectors, especially in the agriculture or agro-processing. The government now encourages of farming commitment on agricultural and tree plantations land. In terms of tons and agricultural product, the top 5 crops in Laos in order of importance are rice, coffee, vegetable and beans, sugarcane, starchy roots, and tobaccos. Since 1990, among these 5 leading crops, production of vegetable and beans has grown the fastest in percentage terms, followed by sugarcane. Second sector are the tourism, ecotourism or Lao Tour Laos, cultural tourism, agro-tourism from the rolling mountain of the north to the river island of the south. Laos is a land of untouched wonder and rare beauty, rich in history, tradition, diverse landscape, and culture. Laos is sure to captivate your inner explorer. Manufacturing sector, there is paucity of any real industry in Laos outside of timber harvesting and electricity generation. Nonetheless, manufacturing represents about half of all industry activities. Other manufacturing activities include the production of agricultural tools, animal feeds, bricks, cigarettes, detergent, handicraft, insecticide, matches, oxygen, plastic, rubbers, footwear, salt, soft drink, beers, textiles, and clothing. So, where to invest in Laos? Of course, the main destination is Vientiane capital and the main provinces. Other than that, the Laos provides special economic zone. There's a special economic zone in the northern part of Laos, the Boten, beautiful land Special Economic Zone, the Golden Triangle, and the Luang Prabang Economic Zone. In the Vientiane capital, 5 economic zone: Sai Development Zone, Long Tank, That Luang Lake, Dong Po Si, and Vientiane capital industrial trade area. In the central part of Laos, there is Tha Kek SEZ, Phu Kieu SEZ, and Savan Seno SEZ. And lastly, in the southern part of Laos, the Champasak SEZ, which have 4 subzones: Wang Tao Phong Thong Economic Zone, Champasak Lao Service Industrial Park, Mahanathi Sithandon, and Pakse Japan SME. So I'm reached my end of presentation and hope that you have learned more about Laos. So we are happy to work with you if there is any other interest from this. I remain at your disposition. Thank you very much. สบายดี ขอบใจ
To thank Mrs. Zaibandi Rajfani for sharing the video message and your valuable remarks. Before proceeding to the next dignitary, I would like to humbly request all our esteemed dignitaries to kindly maintain the allotted time. Thank you so much. So now I'd like to request Mr. Amin Hilali, Vice President, Federation of Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry, to kindly share your address, please. Thank you.
Honorable Chief Minister, Chief Guest of today's program, we are yet to waiting to join Mr. Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, special guest of honor, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, Minister of State of External Affairs, Government of India. Special guest, Mr. Other dignitaries in the dais, and also in front of me, and all participants, distinguished participants. And it is my pleasure to join the second buyer-seller meeting of Northeast India with the Thailand, Laos, Bangladesh, Bhutan, respectively, in the beautiful city Guwahati, the great gateway of Assam. On behalf of the business community of Bangladesh, I thank the Indian Chamber of Commerce, Northeast Initiative, and Ministry of External Affairs of the Government of India for organizing this important event. I hope it will greatly contribute towards building bridge between the business communities of the participating countries in the areas of significant sector of each countries. This buyer and seller meeting, I am sure, will facilitate not only exchange of products, but also make a way to successful business partnership, sharing of goods, participate, and innovation standards, and maintaining to ensure the best of the quality and much more. Distinguished guests, India has always been our partner for development, and we are at a vital point in time since important exchange of visits took place between these honorable prime ministers of Bangladesh and India, and frequently visit and interaction of high profile dignitaries. The mutual, multi-dimensional cooperation between the two countries ranks from traditional sector of tourism, health and education, technologies of nuclear science, space, and information technology. The mutual dimensional cooperation between the two countries range from traditional sector of tourism and regarding connectivity, both the government are undertaking various measures to restore the pre-1965 rail links and other connectivity links that existed between India and Bangladesh. Bilateral trade between India and Bangladesh has grown steady over the last decade. In financial year 2020-21, India's export to Bangladesh were 8.6 billion and import were US dollar 1.28 billion only. India became second largest destination in terms of our trade, which is in favor of India. Expansion of trade with Northeast India can play an important role to balance our trade with India. It is noted that 7 sisters states export to Bangladesh less than 5% only. Bangladesh and India share a 4,096 kilometer international border, of which 1,880 kilometer is with India's northern region. Bangladesh share borders with Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and Mizoram in the northeastern region. With the exception of Meghalaya, all states have land and river borders with Bangladesh. The longest land and river-based boundaries with Bangladesh are in Tripura and Meghalaya, Mizoram, Tripura and Mizoram. Now we are developing road, rail, and river connectivity with this state for mutual benefit. Also, we have opened border hut for the people of the both countries living in border areas. I am optimistic closer economic integration and connections with the Bangladesh would diminish the economic isolation of all states in northeast India and strengthening their linkage with India's heartland. Also, the two countries would benefit for a large role for Northeast India due to its proximity to Southeast Asia and Bangladesh. The region has the possibility to share a base for India while also benefiting economically and entrepreneuring. From Bangladesh side, we are working on widening road in some of our important land customs areas with India and improving the services in Bangladesh side. The testing facilities and proper warehouse of important and export goods, particularly perishable goods in the border areas of Northeast region and Bangladesh are of critically importance. The existing trade between Northeast region and Bangladesh is determined by the resource industry linkage between Bangladesh and Northeast region. There are some critical minerals available in Northeast region, which have huge demand in Bangladesh. So export for Northeast region to totally different from the trade in Bangladesh has with mainland India. The major Northeast region export of Bangladesh include raw materials like coal, limestone, stone chips, bamboo, while its major import from Bangladesh. Okay. 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 I'm noticed for short the points. So actually, we are here. The trade gap between Bangladesh and India, there is a huge gap with the Northeast region. But those actually to the connectivity with the tourism, medical tourism, education, we can build up our relation between Bangladesh and in Northeast region, and then we can increase the business, and it will be hopefully because in Bangladesh all sector we can produce, and also in Northeast region there is a lot of our raw materials, and also the port area is very near to Northeast region. From for this part, the imported item, you can use this port also. In near future, with the collaboration of government and the B2B, we hope our business will develop. I thanks to organizer and everybody because of this. And also, I like to share another thing, because this summit, not only here, frequently if we can organize in here and Bangladesh and other countries, maybe there will be, the business will be more developed and we can help each other. Thank you so much.
We would like to thank Mr. Amin Hilali, Vice President, Federation of Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry, for sharing your valuable remarks. It is a humble request to all the dignitaries once again to kindly maintain the allotted time. Thank you once again, all the dignitaries. So now I'd like to request His Excellency Mr. Jigme Thindi Nangyal, Consul General, Royal Bhutanese Consulate General to Guwahati, to kindly share your address, please. Thank you so much.
A very good morning. Your Excellency Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, Minister of State for External Affairs, Government of India, His Excellency Ambassador C. Rajasekhar, Your Excellency Dr. Shah Mahmood Tanvir Mansoor, Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh, Air Marshal Mr. A.K. Gogoi, Mr. Mahesh Kumar Saharia, and Mr. Sarat Kumar Jain, and other dignitaries both present here and who are attending the session virtually. Ladies and gentlemen, Kuzuzang Bola. It is a pleasure and honor to be part of the inaugural session of the second Northeast India Buyer-Seller Meet, held in the vibrant city of Guwahati, which is also one of the major commercial hubs for Bhutan. Such events provide entrepreneurs the platform to discuss and resolve issues while building lasting relationships. For this, at the very outset, I must congratulate the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, and the Indian Chamber of Commerce for efficiently organizing this meetup session. I am happy to inform that we have a delegation of entrepreneurs from various parts of the country dealing in various areas of business. I hope that they will be able to develop meaningful linkages and networks with other business entities from the Northeast region of India and from other countries such as Bangladesh, Thailand, and Laos. India is the #1 trading partner for Bhutan with a total trade volume of rupees 97.64 billion in 2021, out of which 79% of Bhutan's trade, out of which 79%, it is a 79% total trade. The value of imports from India is rupees 71.23 billion against export to India at rupees 26.4 billion. The balance of trade was recorded as rupees 44.82 billion in favor of India. Likewise, the total volume of trade with Bangladesh and Thailand in 2021 was recorded at rupees 6.02 billion and rupees 1.8 billion respectively. Hydroelectricity, ferrosilicon, cement, dolomite, semi-finished products of iron, silicon carbide, and boulders are some of the major exports of Bhutan. Bhutan's trade has been concentrated mostly with India and Bangladesh through formal trade agreements. The free trade agreement between Bhutan and India has been instrumental not just in expanding trade with India, but also in facilitating Bhutan's trade diversification. We also have a trade and economic cooperation agreement with Thailand, a country with which we share many similarities. Through this buyer-seller meet, I hope the traders of Laos and Bhutan can connect and establish mutually beneficial trade relations. I would also like to share some of the opportunities Bhutan has to offer in terms of foreign direct investment. Bhutan ranks 25th on Transparency International Corruption Perception Index for the year 2021. The World Bank placed Bhutan at the 89th position in 2020 in the Ease of Doing Business Index. And we are making concerted efforts to improve our position in Doing Business Index, Ease of Doing Business Index. Bhutan is well known for its peace and stability and was ranked 19th by the Global Peace Index in 2022. At rupees 2.23 per unit, our industry have access to some of the cleanest and cheapest electricity in the world. And the free trade agreement we have with India guarantees us free and complete access to India's huge market. While the COVID-19 pandemic has presented many challenges, as in other countries across the world, we are gearing towards positive growth. We have also created special economic zones in Gelifu and Samruzonghar for economic development. And against this backdrop, I would like to urge interested companies to consider in exploring Bhutan as a destination for your investment. The government of India is making concerted efforts to harness the potential of inland waterways by developing port handling infrastructures, such as the ongoing multimodal logistic park construction at Jogikopa. India has given Bhutan access to the riverine ports of Jogikopa and Pandu, in addition to the already approved Dubri port. Through these ports, we are seeking to access Mongla and Chittagong ports in Bangladesh as well. With the improvement in connectivity, the opportunity to enhance trade is now in abundance. Furthermore, discussions are underway to connect south, central, or the eastern part of Bhutan by railways to India through Kokrajhar or Rangia. I am confident to believe that such connectivity initiatives would certainly help enhance regional economic integration. There is, however, the need to understand more clearly certain tariffs and non-tariff barriers to the bilateral and regional trade, which can be made possible through regular exchange of dialogues, like the interaction we have with Bafra from Bhutan and India's Agriculture and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority, which we call APEDA, and PHASAI. We should encourage regular exchange of dialogues to clarify and streamline our policies to enable smooth trade between our countries. Even as I'm speaking here, I'm happy to learn that a delegation from PHASAI, India, is on a visit to Bhutan, having important discussions with Bhutan Agriculture and Food Regulatory Authority of we call BAFRA from our side. As I mentioned earlier, we import more than what we export, mostly from India. Although Bhutan may be a small market, I can see potentials in Northeast region to export food grains and vegetables, especially to the central and eastern part of Bhutan. Samruzonghar, which is barely a 2-hour drive from this city, currently caters to the whole of eastern Bhutan. So the region of Northeast India has a comparative advantage of distance and travel time when compared to West Bengal. Likewise, we export from Bhutan. What we export from Bhutan is also very small. However, we are quality conscious and most of our exports are clean, green, organic, and subscribe to global standards. I see for business people from my own country the opportunity to try out with business entities of this region and to penetrate other markets beyond through this region. In an effort to facilitate trade relations, the Office of Royal Bhutanese Consulate General in Guwahati is committed to facilitating mutually beneficial trade and commerce linkages between Bhutan and the Northeast India in particular. We welcome ideas of collaboration and will do our best to matchmake or link the buyers and sellers of respective countries towards the greater goal of enhancing the trade relation between our countries. I would like to re-emphasize a point here. We Bhutanese share our identity with the people of India and especially with the northeastern region. Our fates are linked together by more than just geography, history, and culture. Friendship binds us in special relationship, which will be further nurtured and galvanized as trade relation deepen. I urge our delegation to cultivate strong linkages with buyers and sellers participating from various countries and in particular from the northeastern region. I would like to thank you all for your kind attention and I wish you all a fruitful discussion. Thank you and Tashitele.
We would like to thank His Excellency Mr. Jigme Thinde Namgyal, Consul General Royal Bhutanese Consulate General to Guwahati for sharing your valuable remarks. Thank you once again, sir. Now, I'd like to request His Excellency Dr. Shamlin Tanvir Mansoor to kindly share your valuable remarks, please. Thank you.
Today's guest of honor, His Excellency Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, Minister of State for External Affairs, Government of India, and Madam Debola Devi Singh, Ambassador Sri Radhashekar, OAG States, Minister of External Affairs, His Excellency Mr. Jigme Thinde Namgyal, Consul General, Bhutanese Consulate General to Guwahati, Air Marshal A.K. Gogoi, Member Northeastern Council, Mr. Mohesh Kumar Shaharia, Chairman Indian ICC, Northeast Initiative, Mr. Saurabh Kumar Jain, Assam Council ICC, and all the way from Bangladesh we have come today here in Guwahati, the Vice President, Federation of Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industries, Mr. Amin Hilali. We are having with us the President of Sylhet Chamber of Commerce, so it's very important for us today, Mr. Tamin Ahmed, and also Mr. Surit Kumar Paladi, Secretary General of IBCCC, and all my dear delegates from Chambers of Commerce. Namaskar, Assalamu alaikum. At the outset of my speech, I would like to remember the Indian soldiers who laid their supreme sacrifice in 1971, for whom actually we achieved our independence. And at the same time, I remember the father of the nation of Bangladesh, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, by whose clarion call Bangladesh earned independence, and also our best son of the soil, the freedom fighters of Bangladesh. Ladies and gentlemen, I am highly thankful and obliged to the Minister of External Affairs of the Government of India and Government of Assam, and most importantly ICC, for organizing today's Buyers and Sellers Meet, which is a well-timed initiative after the pandemic, which was really very needed after the pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, we know that the GDP growth rate of Assam is one of the best in India and in this region. It is approximately 10%, the Assam GDP growth rate. Do you know that? And under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Himanta Biswa Sharma, even during pandemic time, Assam, particularly the city of Guwahati, witnessed the much infrastructure development. And I'm sure that Guwahati is going to become the hub of entire South Asia and Southeast Asia for tourism, logistical, and commercial purpose. It will become the hub, I tell you. And therefore, Assam needs Bangladesh very much because you need seaport for you export to other countries, other destinations of the globe. So there's a high time to expand and enhance economic and trade partnership with Bangladesh. Dear audience, why Bangladesh is so much important for Northeast India in her endeavor of Act East policy? Bangladesh is moving ahead with GDP growth rate of 6.19%.
Under the charismatic leadership of our Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, the GDP growth rate of Bangladesh before the pandemic was 8.13%. And even during the pandemic, it was 4.13 to 5.13% in the range. It is one of the best in South Asia and South and entire Asia. Bangladesh is the 31st largest economy of the world in terms of size of GDP. In this foray, Bangladesh considers the connectivity with Northeast India as a wonderful opportunity to trade on the essential items which are quite difficult to be transported from other parts of India and which require much amount of time and energy to bring from the main part of India. At the same time, as a resourceful hinterland of Bangladesh, Assam may use Chittagong and Mongla port in the near future. In this regard, a SOP was signed in the year 2018. Apart from this, I must have to mention the potential of creating joint tourism circuit between Sylhet division of Bangladesh and the Northeast India. You know, the Shahjalal Dargah of Bangladesh and here Kamakya temple, both are very famous. And you must be happy to know that many students are nowadays coming to Assam for their higher studies. And many medical students are going to Bangladesh for their medical studies. Distinguished guest, we know that the bilateral trade between Bangladesh and India has touched $10 billion. It's an excellent improvement. But it's a matter of great regret that out of the $10 billion, Northeast India registered only for 1%. Why? So I'm going to directly to the points. What are the problems? First of all, we have to finish the connectivity projects. We're thankful to government of India that Indian government has extended 7.362 line of credit for the people of Bangladesh. You have helped us in 1971 and now still you are helping us. From where this line of credit has come? From the taxation of your hard-earned money. So really we're thankful to you. So it would be extended up to $15 billion. Sir, no, very much on the dais. So these line of credit projects have to be completed at the earliest, and it is a research output that once this connectivity project will be completed, Bangladesh will be able to enhance its trade, its export to India by 300%. I mean 3 times higher, and India will be able to enhance its export to Bangladesh by 172%. I mean 1.7 times more. Then second problem is that we must have to come out of the traditional export and import. Nowadays, we are importing only coal, limestone, boulders, this type of traditional products. So we have to go for trade diversification, must. And we have to invite the young entrepreneurs in this regard. They have to come up. But why young entrepreneurs, educated entrepreneurs come? When they will find business-friendly environment in the land ports. Sir, please kindly notify that. I'm notified that in the post there is no much good facilities, no parking facility, no internet, not proper internet facility, no fresh room facility. There are huge traffic jam of the trucks. So we have to create business-friendly environment in the land post. Secondly, Bangladesh and India, both of them produce homogeneous products. There is a tough business competition. To avoid this situation, we have to go for developing joint supply chain. And in this regard, Lafarge Cement is a nice example. Limestone is taken to Bangladesh from regular border by conveyor belt, and then in Bangladesh, limestone is converted into cement, and it is coming back to India. So it's a nice example of joint supply chain. We have to create joint value chain. That is no other solution. Just follow what is ASEAN is doing. We have to follow the same thing. And so these are the problem of the ports. And so in the ports, we have to develop business-friendly environment. There are total 36 land concessions between Bangladesh and India, and out of the 36, 26 are located through Northeast India. But out of that, only 8 are very active. So we have to make them very much active. Now, last thing is that we have brought out one business directory. And here we see buyer-sellers meet. I should say it's a mini buyer-sellers meet. Here we have registered, we have put all the major importer exporters data here, their product list, their price list, all are there here. And it has the apps version also. Like Swiggy and Zomato, you can put order for food by Swiggy and Zomato, but you can put order for your limestone, your coal, your Jamdani sari, the Muga silk by these apps. It is IBT. If you go to the Google Play Store, you can download to your Android version mobile. Then by using these apps, you can put your order sitting here in Guwahati. For example, you like Bangladeshi masala, you can order for that. If you like Bangladeshi Jamdani, one product, Arifel, you can put order like that. And on the same way, any Bangladeshi ladies want a very nice Muga silk, can order that thing by these apps. Coal, boulder, limestone, it is traditionally already there. And we have put all the major exporter importers data into these apps. Then last request is that here we have all the important distinguished guests here. Very important request. Can we make Indo-Bangla Chamber of Commerce in branch office here in Guwahati? It is very much essential. So we have all the important business leaders who we are having with us in this to this program. So after the lunch, please call for a working group. Right now today, please call for a working group to establish a joint India-Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce for the Northeast India. Already it is for the entire India. So for Guwahati, there should be one IBCC. And another thing is the airlines is very important. Last of all, I am very much thankful to Mr. Ishanto Shahapandit, and I am sure that Mr. Pradam Mojumdar and Mr. Siddhartha, they couldn't stay for the last 1 week. They are very much busy. They spent sleepless nights all the through last 7 days. We're really thankful to you, and I'm really thankful to Mr. External Affairs for organizing such an important seminar. And my heartfelt thanks from the people of Bangladesh to you. Thank you so much.
We would like to thank His Excellency Dr. Shah Mohammad Tanveer Mansoor, Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh to Guwahati, for sharing your encouraging words. Thank you once again, sir. Now I'd like to request Mr. Sunit KP, Secretary General of Indo-Bangla Council for Commercial and Cultural Collaboration, to kindly share your address, please. Thank you.
Good morning. Honorable Dr. Rajkumar sir, and guests on the dais, and other distinguished guests in the audience. I present the Indo-Bangla Council for Commercial and Cultural Collaborations. It started on 4 years back when we realized that there is an India-Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce in Dhaka, and there is no such counterpart in India. That's number one. And number two, it's not only, if you actually look at the India-Bangladesh export part, there are few exporter importers who do the business below 100 crores in a year, and there's no one to address them. So those states are very important what we feel. And there are almost 36 land ports now, and all land port, the ecosystem is very important. See, it's not only the buyers or the sellers or the importers or the exporters, there are transporters, there are CNF agents, even a small tea stall at the land port are very important. Their contribution to the system is very important. But at the end of the day, when we visit all the ports, we don't see a good canteen for the truck drivers, or we don't see a good fresh room, a toilet, a washroom. Nothing is for the whole ecosystems. So what we believe, the ecosystem has to be developed in all the places. And one more problem, what we face, the mid-level exporter importers is the truck detention time. I can tell about a Petrobol port in Kolkata in Bongao. It has around 10 to 15 days as a detention period. And that actually take care of the whole profit margin. The margin is around 5 to 10% for the exporters from India. And the margin takes care of them because of the whole delay, the detention period. So that I request the honorable guest over here to look into it. And I have one more proposal. See, all the port like Benapol or Sylhet, Rangpur, wherever there's an India-Bangladesh port, there's a chamber of commerce, a strong chamber of commerce like Bangladesh. We have Rangpur Chamber of Commerce, the president is here, the Sylhet and everybody. So we can adopt one port. Each chamber of commerce can adopt the port and can build up the facility infrastructure like a washroom, a waiting room, a safe and healthy environment for the truck drivers. I think that apart from the government initiatives, the chambers can take initiatives to adopt a port. It will not cost us much. When from the Indo-Bangla Council, we are ready to adopt a port. I don't know how the law or the legal structures of the land support it. But if the government supports us, I think the Chamber of Commerce will be happy to adopt the port and create the infrastructures, whatever is required. And then Dr. Mansoor sir already has told that there should be a joint working group of all the Chamber of Commerce to address the port related issues, and they should meet
Once
Excuse
in,
me, I'm extremely sorry to interrupt in between. Actually, there is a message from the CM sir's office that he will be joining us very shortly.
I'll take up.
No problem,
Yes,
sir. We
yes.
may have to interrupt in between if he arrives. That is the
Not
announcement.
issues.
Thank you so much.
So that is, and this joint working group should meet very regularly, maybe once in a month or once in twice, once in 2 months. And they should address the issue, they should visit the port, meet all the stakeholders, starting from the canteen man to a immigration officer, to a customs officer, and address the issues locally. And what we have felt that 90% of problems can be solved easily at the spot if the intentions are very clear to help the whole communities. Thank you.
We would like to thank Mr. Sunit KP, Secretary General of Indo-Bangla Council for Commercial and Cultural Collaboration, for sharing his valuable remarks. Thank you once again. There is a message from the CM source office that he is arriving shortly, and we may have to interrupt in between if he arrives. So this is a message. So now I'd like to request Mr. Habib Muhammad Chaudhary, Chairman, Asian India Business Council, Lao PDR Chapter, to kindly share your valuable address, please. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. Namaskar, Sabaidi. His Excellency Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh Ji, Mr. Mahesh Kumar Sahara Ji, my big brother. I always meet him in the ICC meeting. And my very good friend, Dr. Rajiv Singh Ji, and all Chamber of Commerce President, Chairmen, and Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure. Today I attend second Northeast India Buyer and Seller behalf of ASEAN India Business Council, Lao Chapter Chairman. I like to thank you, His Excellency Dr. Ranjan Singh, sir. His visit last month in Lao PDR, and his visit make Lao and India strong relationship. Thank you, Excellency, for visiting the Laos. Laos and Northeast India is quite similar, is landlocked, again land link. Northeast India, especially in Assam, if we traveling Guwahati to Delhi, Delhi is more far than ASEAN. And ASEAN nation together combined for third largest economic and fifth largest economic in the world. ASEAN combined GDP more than 3 trillion USD and combined population 660 million. They are the third largest market in ASEAN. So my belief, we have to leave Europe, America, and we like to focus in ASEAN market. Even Guwahati to Delhi 1,906 kilometer, Guwahati to Burma 1,004 kilometer, Guwahati to Bangkok 2,371 kilometer, Guwahati to Laos, Vientiane 2,500 kilometer. So what we need? We need airways, waterways, and highways. So if we can use highway, so our export, our things going very smoothly. Yeah, I'm waiting. Yes, please go ahead.
Please, ma'am.
Extremely sorry to interrupt you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very much delighted and honored with the presence of the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma. Please welcome him with a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to welcome Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma on the stage. Once again, I'd like to welcome Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, to this program. We are going to felicitate the chief guest of today's program, Honorable the Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, and for that, I'd like to request Mr. Mahesh Kumar Saharia, Chairman, Indian Chamber of Commerce, Northeast Initiative and Honorary Council of Indonesia, and Mr. Sarat Kumar Jain, Chairman, Assam State Council, Indian Chamber of Commerce, to kindly felicitate the chief guest of today's program, Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma. We all are honored with the presence of the chief guest of today's program. Thank you once again. Thank you, sir. Now we would like to continue with the speech delivery of the esteemed dignitaries of today's program, and we are about to have the virtual deliberation.
Okay, 45 minutes.
Okay.
I think Minister can speak first.
Okay. So we would like to continue our program. Yes, and we have to interrupt in between the speech of Mr. Habib Mohammed Chaudhry. So I would like to request to kindly continue your deliberation, please.
His Excellency Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma ji, he is one of the dynamic and visionary Chief Minister in Assam I never seen before. I'm so blessed. So my speech in middle, our Excellency is here. Thank you, Excellency. I like to say we have to improve roadway, waterway, and highway, airway. So our export is going very smoothly and our farmer get more benefited. Because of India's strength, geo-position and healthy bilateral trade relation with Southeast Asia, there is a hug scope of economic expansion and accelerating import-export trade between India and ASEAN. Demand for organic and non-organic are increasing globally. Farmers' products company FPC can be a hug role model to the local farmer in pushing their product. A promising area of growth is agriculture. Vietnamese model is great example for enhanced agriculture trade between ASEAN and India. I like to say government of Laos, one sustainable government or one party. Laos called battery of Southeast Asia. They have 26,000 megawatt hydropower megawatt potential. I like to request our Excellency Chief Minister of Assam. Excellency, they doing run of the river. So they make every river one dam and very small 2 megawatt or 5 megawatt. So whole river, they generate the power and it is benefit get in the villager or the local people. So last time our Excellency, our Chief Minister spoke in Difu, we want to make 2,500 megawatt in the Assam. So it's a great news for us. I like to thank you for Government of India for supporting the project. Highway India government will support approximately 1 million LOC to Lao PDR for digital and infrastructure connectivity project. India supporting the project, and His Excellency Dr. Astana, Ambassador of India to Lao PDR, supporting and enhance the relation between ASEAN and India. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We would like to thank Mr. Habib Muhammad Chaudhary, Chairman, Asian India Business Council, Lao PDR Chapter. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, there is an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, there is an announcement because our minister sir has some other engagement and he needs to leave early. So there is a little change in the agenda. So we apologize for the inconvenience and we are changing the agenda little bit. So with this, I'd like to request Mr. Mahesh Saharia, Chairman, Indian Chamber of Commerce Northeast Initiative and Honorary Council of Indonesia to kindly share your address, please. Thank you.
Good afternoon, friends. Namaskar. I would like to thank, on behalf of ICC and MEA, all the speakers who have shared their thought on this very important subject of linking Northeast with neighboring countries towards economic link. Friends, we look forward to the presentation now by Air Marshal Aranjan Gogoi, member of Northeast Council. Honorable Minister of State, MEA, Dr. R.K. Ranjan Singh has given a new dimension to Northeast connectivity and already made several connections through his visits to several countries. A special word of welcome and expression of gratitude to our beloved leader, Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, Dagoriya, for his dynamic leadership, outstanding initiatives with lot of compassion and sensitivity towards the section of the society who needs special care and attention. Thank you, sir, for being with us today. Sir, ICC is the only apex national chamber based in Eastern India with zonal office across the country. Amongst our various activities, I believe, focus on Northeast for its growth and rapid development by way of Northeast initiative has been of paramount importance. While we speak of Northeast, obviously our strategic importance as gateway to South Asia to Southeast Asia gets projected. An act-based policy of government of India becomes relevant and important. ICC has been very seriously engaged with our immediate neighbors, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Myanmar, besides Southeast Asian countries in bilateral platforms and multilateral forums, including ASEAN and BIMSTEC. ICC enjoys special relations with Bangladesh. Our relations got a flip when in 2009 we made a presentation to Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina ji, our ministers and advisors on invitation when she returned to power with a massive electoral victory. Since then, we have been taking regular delegation on regular intervals, and our delegation comprises, besides industries and businessmen, officers and ministers of 4 northeastern states who border Bangladesh. Under guidance, direction, and assistance of MEA, ICC has taken several delegations to Myanmar. One such delegation, sir, was during peak of emergency by road, by bus, facilitated both by Government of India and Myanmar when India, Myanmar, Thailand trilateral had just started. Our Honorable Minister for State is aware of that particular visit. Under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, respected Modi ji, Northeast is getting focused attention. Connectivity and infrastructure creation and upgradation are key areas, be it road, rail, air, telecom, waterways. Our Honorable Prime Minister firmly believes that Northeast has potential to become India's growth engine. In recent times, many of our agriculture products have received GI tags from Northeast and are being exported and can be focused in the are in the market and malls of various countries abroad. The way Northeast is progressing in the areas of utilizing various local resources, particularly Assam, for industrial use, including hydrocarbons, by setting up several industrial units and parks, the region can be hub of exportable items, both raw materials and finished products, to the immediate neighbors in South Asia and ASEAN and to the rest of the world. State of Assam is the only state with Act East Ministry. India-Bangladesh stakeholders meet held in 2019 was a watershed moment. We look forward, ICC looks forward to work closely with the state and MEA in this interaction. Special thanks to the large delegation who have come from Bangladesh and Bhutan. We look forward to a very successful Northeast Buyers Sellers meet. I would like to thank you all. Dhanyavad. Jai Hind. Thank you.
We would like to thank Mr. Mahesh Saharia, Chairman, Indian Chamber of Commerce Northeast Initiative and Honorary Council of Indonesia for sharing your encouraging words. Now we would like to have the virtual address of Mr. Abdul Matlub Ahmed, President, India Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry, who has joined us virtually. I'd like to request the technical team to kindly connect to Mr. Abdul Matlub Ahmed, President, India Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry, please. Thank you.
Hi, this is Matlub Ahmed. My video, you'll have to put it on there if you want my video. I'm starting my discussion now. It's only 2 minutes discussion. I first of all thank Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Hemant Biswa Sharma. We notice from here his great work in Assam, the way that he's trying to develop Assam, not only for Assam, but also for Northeast and the regional countries. And this is why I like all ICC programs because they always give new concepts to us. And that too, always these programs are in Guwahati, and rightly so. Today, the second Northeast India Buyer Seller Meet, we have actually here a 5-country meet. I would have loved to join here, but unfortunately, fortunately, I would say, we have a stone laying ceremony of Malabar Gold and Jewelers who are tying up with us in Bangladesh for their jewelry factory in Bangladesh. So I'm tied up here. But I would like to thank Saria ji, Rajiv Singh, Dr. Tanveer to have interacted today in the right possible way. I found ICC had spearheaded a lot of Northeastern projects, growth projects, and IBCCI in Bangladesh, we have always partnered with them for these developments. Today, I'm extremely happy to see 5-country meet. And all these 5 countries have potential to be a good business partner amongst us, especially if we base our thinking on Northeast and that too Guwahati and Assam, then Bhutan, Laos, Thailand, Bangladesh, we have a lot of things to gain. We have seen how Bhutan can export stones to us. Laos has got a lot of products. With Thailand, they can also export to us. Thailand has got good healthcare, which we can all adopt from Thailand. I would like to request His Excellency Chief Minister to kindly declare, if possible, a Northeast Regional Countries Business Forum, where he can be a kind patron, and we could then develop business heads of all these 5 countries and even the components of the Northeast to discuss amongst ourselves what we could export and import amongst us. Today is the right forum. Sharyaji knows all about all this, and I would request the ICC team to move a new concept of 5 RC, meaning the 5 countries, regional countries, who will want to do the business forum with the business side, where we will request the Chief Minister of Assam to be the main patron. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah from Bangladesh.
We would like to thank Mr. Abdul Matluban, President, India Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry, for joining us virtually and sharing your valuable remarks. Thank you once again. Now I'd like to request retired Air Marshal Mr. A.K. Gogoi, member, Northeastern Council, to kindly share your address, please. Thank you.
Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Hemanta Biswa Sarma, Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, dignitaries on the dais, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings from the Northeastern Council. I'm sure the foreign dignitaries are wondering what is this council and how come we are present today here for this buyer-seller meet. So in the 5 minutes allotted to me, what I will do is explain to you, for the benefit of our friends from the foreign countries, what the Northeastern Council is about. It's a council which has been set up in the year 1972 by an act of Indian Parliament, and we are in our golden jubilee year. We are mandated to focus on certain sectors for the development of Northeast. The individual states, of course, do their bit and much more, but we are focused on certain sectors. And very interestingly, the focus sectors for this meet today, be it agriculture, horticulture, floriculture, handloom, handicraft, these are the sectors that we have been focusing for the last 50 years. The point I'm trying to make is that we have a wealth of knowledge, experience, and expertise. If you look at the constitution or the composition of the council, all the honorable chief ministers and governors of the 8 states are members of the council. We work under the Ministry of Northeast Development, but the chairman of the council is the Honorable Home Minister, Shri Amit Shah ji. The vice chairman is the Minister of Development of Northeast, and also the Minister of State of Development of Northeast are members. And we are 2 nominated members of the council. You see, this high-powered committee can do a lot. Council can do a lot. The other thing that I want to mention is that we are a repository of knowledge, expertise, like I said, but we have also created in this time certain institutions, and the Dr. Abdul Kalam Center of Excellence, with the help of Indian Institute of Management Shillong, is established. It helps us in identifying sectors and how to go about developmental work. We have a Northeast Resource Center. So my telling you all this is basically, whether you are a buyer, a seller within India, outside India, from friendly countries, we have the expertise. And I would urge you all, if you want to do business, whether it is with a single state or multiple states, we have the ability, because we are connected to the Government of India in Delhi through our ministry, and to the states because we interact with the states almost daily. We have an excellent setup today. That is why we are represented here in this meeting by the secretary himself, who is a very senior IAS officer. We have the financial advisor, the planning advisor, and the advisor business and industry. So I'm sure that in the afternoon, when we go through our discussions, we will be able to contribute to the discussions and help you and guide you how to go about doing business. I think I will stop here, but I would also like to extend an invitation to the Council Generals and others who are here to come and visit the Northeastern Council and see what we are doing and how we can help. This interaction will definitely help. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
We would like to thank retired Air Marshal Mr. A.K. Gogoi, member Northeastern Council, for sharing your encouraging words. Now it is my honor to request the guest of honor of today's program, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs, Government of India, to kindly share your valuable remarks, please. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Hemanta Biswa Sarma ji is one of the most wonderful Chief Minister of Assam, but also he is the most dynamic leader of the Northeast India. Through him, the Northeastern region is concretized in one block, and that aspiration of the Northeastern people is expressing through our Hemanta ji. Mr. Saha Muhammad Tanvir, Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh, and His Excellency Jine Teniel Namgyal, Consul General of Bhutan to Guwahati, and Shri Manamali Bhomik, President Indo-Bangla Council of Commercial and Cultural Collaboration, and Shri A.K. Gogoiji, retired Air Marshal and member of the Northeastern Council, Shri Otis Sovan, President Laos National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Shri Ravi Sehgal, President India Thai Chamber of Commerce, Shri Sarat Kumar Jain, Chairman ICC Assam State Council, my colleague from MEA Raj Sekharji, and my colleague from MEA station here in Guwahati, Jailangji, distinguished representatives from various countries, states, and Chamber of Commerce. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a great pleasure to be present here in Guwahati in your midst for the second edition of Northeast India Buyer-Seller Meet. A cordial welcome to you all, especially to those who have come to join us from far. This meet seeks to foster closer trade between Thailand, Laos, Bhutan, and Bangladesh and the Northeast. Ministry of External Affairs has a special focus on Northeastern region as the government of India is committed to the all-round development of the region in line with the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. Today's event reflects the twin priorities of the government, Act East and Neighborhood First. Initiatives such as this buyer-seller meet provide a platform to showcase products and services of the Northeastern states in various sectors such as agriculture, horticulture, handloom, textile, handicraft, tourism, and hospitality, etc., to the neighboring country and beyond. The first such edition of Northeast Buyer-Seller Meet in Guwahati was held on 22nd March 2021 in a hybrid mode. In the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, I'm happy to see more participation in this time. The buyer-seller meets involving the Northeastern state and the neighboring countries is significant. Being held in Guwahati, Assam, Assam has been the confluence of the Northeast region of India. As the interconnectivity expands, beyond national boundaries. This potential can actually make in the center of a hub and cover neighbors like Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Myanmar, and even beyond. The government has recognized the need and is committed to develop the northeastern region on par with the rest of India in all aspects: education, health, transport network, telecommunication, information technology, electricity grids, flow of investment, and trade, and everything else that is needed to harness its economic and commercial potential in full. The importance of Northeast India was articulated by External Affairs Minister. He said, Northeast hold the key to the security and prosperity of India. Efforts are on the development of resource endowment, accelerate industrializations, and build infrastructural facilities. The northeastern part of India is also a region which has long international border with Bhutan and China on the north, Bangladesh in the southwest, and Myanmar on the east. Ministry of External Affairs tasks entrusted by the Honorable Prime Minister may be captured in promoting 3 T's: trade, tourism, and technology. Trade creates value. Trades with neighbors create greater value. Today, our focus is on our immediate neighbors. MEA has been working through a number of concrete initiatives to realize this vision. At one level, working bilaterally with India's partners with full range of diplomatic tools, while at another level working through multilateral and polylateral initiatives such as BIMSTEC and BBIN, or the Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal grouping. As we take stock of the broader international economic situations, the ongoing Ukraine conflict looms large. It has disrupted the traditional supply chains. Inflation, as a result especially of food and fuel price, is adversely affecting all of us. This necessitated collective action on the part of all of us to augment the supply side. I invite you all to be part of the solution, and India Northeast will certainly be happy to be part of it. Government is committed to assist the process at every stage. MEA supports improved infrastructure and enhanced connectivity with Northeastern region as they act as force multiplier in economic development and generate investment, trade, and employment opportunities. India has developed partnership programs which implement projects in partner nations through various modalities such as line of credit and grant in aid. The state government of northeastern states are also key players in all these efforts. In this, they have a particularly critical role to play in facilitating the completion of work related to the upgradation of infrastructure, including the border trading points, in a time-bound manner. India that is more connected to the Northeast and Northeast that is more connected to India's neighbors will mean a complete transformation in the regional economy. Instead of being regarded as a frontier, it will emerge as a hub in itself for the collective good of all. In this regard, connectivity in Northeast state with Bangladesh is being further enhanced. The restoration of 6 historical cross-border rail link dormant since 1965 is one more step. The Sahabanspur, Bangladesh to Mahisar, Assam link, the Salihati Haldibari West Bengal line will further enhance Assam's connectivity to Bangladesh, and new rail link from Akhora to Agartala are some example. Overland movement of goods is taking place using 28 notified land custom stations and 3 integrated checkposts along the border. India-Bhutan border is also a hub for bilateral trade, and through several land customs stations in Assam. Other northeastern states like Sikkim, for example, are collaborating with Bhutan towards achieving 100% organic status with the objective of boosting agri-production and organic trade. Meghalaya began exporting low-H non-cooking coal to Bhutan in June 2001. A greenfield oxygen plant has been set up at the Motaga industrial estate in Bhutan with 49% FDI from Meghalaya oxygen. The development of infrastructure in the India-Myanmar border also serves multiple economic people-to-people and security imperatives. The ICP More, just across from Tulu, across the support the movement of goods and people. The LCS and Jaukha Thar in Mizoram is already operational. The Caladan multimodal transport project is the most significant of those that we have undertaken in Myanmar. India is undertaking 2 projects as part of the India-Myanmar-Thailand trilateral highway connecting More to Meso in Thailand through Myanmar. While the connectivity and infrastructural developments continue at pace, it is essential for the business community of the northeastern state and neighboring country to remain engaged, while is bound to create more socio-cultural awareness and strengthen existing linkages and create new ones. Our government's effort to promote greater connectivity through road, railways, and waterways enable our business community to trade with greater facility and would enhance the ease of doing business. I am happy to see so many of you from near and far. This, I suppose, is not only the result of successful public relations exercise in the Indian Chamber of Commerce. There is intrinsic value to be gained here for all of you. I welcome you all to avail the opportunity this forum offers to come together and create enduring ties of friendship, and are also mutually enriching. I wish all the attendees and entrepreneurs a successful meet and hope that lasting bonds are forged through this session to follow. I do sincerely hope to collect feedback from you later today as to what further efforts on our part will have greater trade promotions. My special thanks to Honorable Chief Minister of Assam for kindly gracing this occasion. He has competing demands on his time. His presence today in our midst is a great source of aspirations, and I request for his continued indulgence. I commend the Indian Chamber of Commerce for putting together this wonderful event. In coordination with the State's Division of the Ministry of External Affairs, we look forward to organizing many more such collaborative events for the benefit of all. Thanking you for your attentions. Jai Hind.
We would like to thank the guest of honor of today's program, Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs, Government of India, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, for sharing your valuable inputs. We all are encouraged by your valuable remarks. Thank you once again, sir. Now it is my privilege and honor to request the chief guest of today's program, Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, sir, to kindly share your valuable remarks, please.
Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, Air Marshal Retired Sri A.K. Gogoi, Member Northeast Council, Government of India, Mr. Sri Rajeshwar OSD, Ministry in the External Affairs Ministry, Government of India, Sri Mahesh Kumar Sohoria, Chairman, Indian Chambers of Commerce, Northeast Initiative, Mr. Saroj Jain, Chairman, Assam State Council, Indian Chamber of Commerce, His Excellency Consulate General of Bhutan, Jigmeet Hinli Namgyal, Mr. Tanvir Mansoor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed my pleasure to be amongst you here today. We have assembled here physically as well as virtually to recast ourselves on the business potential exists between Northeast and its neighboring countries. This meet holds immense potential for the mutual benefits of all the stakeholders present here directly or virtually. It takes this opportunity to extend my heartfelt greetings to everybody associated with this buyer-sellers meet. I thank the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India and Indian Chambers of Commerce for having organized the second Northeast India buyer-sellers meet. I am happy to the fact that this interface is being held as a continuation of the first Northeast India buyer-sellers meet held in 2021. It is a great pleasure to have the delegates from the focus countries like Bhutan, Bangladesh, Thailand, and Laos at this important meet. I thank all of you for joining us in our beautiful state. Our relationship with our neighboring countries, namely Bhutan, Bangladesh, Thailand, and Laos, is based on shared culture, heritage, and race. This relationship is of great importance and priority for our government. The bond that people of Assam share with these countries is full of warmth and affection. Assam is the largest economy in the northeastern region. Our state has enjoyed a rich historical status of being an industrial state by dint of its tea, oil, and coal industry. The biggest contribution of our state to the world is tea, Assam produces some of the finest and most expensive teas in the world. Our state that falls in the Eastern Himalaya biodiversity region is one of the biodiversity hotspot in the country. The state has 312 notified reserve forests, 5 national parks, and 20 wildlife sanctuaries. The petroleum industry in India started at Digboi in Assam. Today, our state is home to a well-established petrochemical industry. The industry today could be used to produce green plastic that are in huge demand in developed markets. In the recent past, tourism has come up as a potential economic sector. Our state and the entire Northeast region is bestowed with rich culture and natural heritage. It is home to many diverse ethnic communities offering varied and exotic tourism experience. Assam is home to some of the rarest of wildlife species in the world, along with its rich flora and fauna, which offer immense scope for wildlife tourism. There is a huge investment potential in developing this tourism sector. The last green tea gardens that numbers around 850, beautiful heritage bungalows, 21 golf courses, mostly located in the tea gardens, also offer remarkable experience for tourists. River tourism in Assam opens the avenue for other platforms of tourism circuits like pilgrimage, rural wildlife, adventure, historical, culture, tea, etc. Assam tourism has more than 100 functional properties. The long international border that region shares with Southeast Asia and BBN countries give a unique geographical advantage. We have no less than 5,300 kilometers of international border with a host of countries like Myanmar, China, Bhutan, Nepal, and Bangladesh. The Northeast is located in the middle of the fastest emerging nation of Southeast Asia and has potential to become the link for the emergence of trade and commerce with this nation. Assam being the central to the region, our government therefore is working to position Assam as a gateway and expressway to ASEAN and Southeast Asia for the rest of our country. As a matter of tradition, the states of our region practice organic cultivation, and there is increased demand for organic products in the international market. This region is known for many varieties of agriculture and horticulture products that have fascinated the consumers across the world. Products like Assam lemon, red rice, black rice, Joha variety of aromatic rice, etc. have immense scope in the international market. In the horticulture sector, varieties of fruits like pineapple, orange, jackfruit, banana, vegetable varieties of flat beans, long beans, and others, animal products like natural honey, pork, and pork-based products, etc., also have huge export potential. Northeast region has acquired special attention in the global map owing to the quality of spices that are considered organic. In our region, spices have been cultivated using environmental friendly input for ages, as this land is blessed with rich soil and tropic rain forest. The 8 northeastern states are home to some of the most valuable indigenous spices like the ginger from Karbi Anglong in Assam, Bhut Jolokia variety of chili grown in parts of Assam, large cardamom of Sikkim, Meghalaya's Lakadam turmeric, etc. These spices have been in global limelight for quite some time. Assam is also known for producing some of the finest varieties of tea. The state produces more than half of the local total tea produced in India. Assam tea is a popular brand all across the world, and it is liked for its exotic taste and aroma. We have heard Minister of State for External Affairs, R.K. Ranjan Singh. He has quite elaborately enlightened us about the initiative that Government of India has taken to bring closer the neighboring countries with the northeast part of the India. He has mentioned many important projects which will definitely bring Assam and northeastern region very close to our neighboring countries. Ministry of External Affairs is also exploring the railway link between Bhutan and India on a fast track basis. The various road project, connectivity project, we have already seen that all these has brought a larger coordination between the northeast region and countries across us. The recent development when government of Bangladesh has signed the protocol, river protocol agreement with government of India, we have seen that now large number of products are coming through the river road also, thanks to the government of Bangladesh. The same road is being used, same navigational road is being used by government of Bhutan to export stone to the countries like Bangladesh. So it is not that northeastern region can be used only as a gateway or as a gateway for the relationship between India and the other neighboring countries. Rather, for the relationship between Bhutan and Bangladesh, Bhutan and Myanmar, Bhutan and Thailand, northeastern region can play a very important role because all these relationships will be established only through air, water and roads of northeastern region. So I believe that once Myanmar political situation stabilized to a large extent, we are in a position to build the unfinished road network. I am sure that there are a lot of potential will emerge, which will bring this entire region into the center stage. At the same time, when India and northeastern region is trying to export goods to the neighboring countries, I am also of the view that equal opportunity should be available to our neighboring countries so that they can also explore the large market of India. I am of the opinion that certain things we need to look very, very closely. As a law enforcement duty which we have to play, we always basically sees various articles which come from the Myanmar side of the India's border. Maybe at initially prima facie we can say that which are coming to India by not paying customs. But if the same can be regularized, then I can see that lot of potential can be developed. Today, every night we have to intercept various betel nut trucks coming from the Myanmar via Mizoram and Manipur. These are duties which we do not want to perform because we believe that these trades can be formalized, so that India can also benefit it. India's industry can also benefit it because India requires those raw materials. That is why it is coming. Every day we are intercepting tree coming from Myanmar. So I think all these trades can be regularized if government of India and neighboring countries can sit down and proper level and rework the custom tariff or other kind of tariff. I think that a lot of potential will develop which will benefit the region and the countries immediately. I think I have I had highlighted this by taking advantage of the presence of Honorable Minister of State here amongst us. I think as you know, in our polity, these belongs to the subject which is governed by the federal government, not by the state government. However, we always work as facilitator between the countries as and when Government of India and countries sign certain agreements. We being on the field, we play a proactive role in order to ensure that those agreements are being implemented in both letter and spirit. Today, we are exporting lot of hydrocarbon. We have begun to export lot of hydrocarbon resources to the Bangladesh. And I think all these relations can cherish if we start both export and import in the same spirit. So these are the certain things. Today we are exporting power from Bhutan. So all these relationships are there. We need to look at first what are the still, if there is any bottlenecks. If there is any bottlenecks, we should work overtime to remove that. And then the northeastern region, or for that matter, India and neighboring countries should create a barrier-free trade policy or a barrier-free trade connectivity between the neighboring state and our India, so that we all can flourish and we can all discharge our respective duties of building our own nations. So these are my basic submission. I'd like to thank all of you for being here. As I have emphasized that we, all the region, this 8 state, we want to be known as Northeast because we are emotionally connected, we are physically connected, we are geographically connected, and we feel happy when one of our northeastern states flourish. We never envy each other. We only always believe that we should collectively develop. We should develop as a region. And for that purpose, I'd like to thank all of you for organizing this Northeast India buyer-seller meet for second time. And I am sure that under the leadership of Indian Chamber of Commerce, all these initiatives will get further strength in years to come. I'd like to thank once again, Mr. Saharia and Mr. Saraj Jain for this great initiative. And I am sure that all these initiatives will bring results and will also make the Northeast actually a vibrant economy. With this word, I'd like to conclude. Thank you once again.
We would like to thank Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, for sharing your valuable remarks. We all are enlightened by your pragmatic words. Thank you once again, sir. With this, we are proceeding ahead to the end of the inaugural session of the second Northeast India Buyer-Seller Meet, and I'd like to request Dr. Rajiv Singh, Director General, Indian Chamber of Commerce, to kindly share the concluding remarks and the vote of thanks, please. Thank you so much.
Honorable Chief Minister, I must say we are truly impressed with your vision for the Northeast. And when you speak, you don't speak as Chief Minister of only one state, you speak for Northeast. And you also spoke about not only looking at the bilateral tie-ups, you spoke of various countries engaging with Northeast and also using the Northeast as a gateway to connect and to do trade. Honorable CM, I would say you are visionary, you are inclusive, you are committed, focused, and always your eye is on the outcome. And I would say Northeast is truly blessed to have a leader like you. And ICC truly feels honored to be a partner in your larger vision and make contribution as per your guidance and your vision. I would like to thank Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, who we know for a long time, and he has been again following the line which we just heard from Honorable CM, that Northeast has to grow together because our fortunes are tied together, and we also have to grow with our neighbors. And we just heard that we feel happy when we see not only the states growing, but also we feel happy when Bangladesh we see making very impressive growth, and we hope other countries, including Bhutan and others, will be able to engage. So we are really grateful for your address, and we thank you for your presence here. I would also like to thank Air Marshal Gogoi for his address, and I think rightly you mentioned that people need to know more about NEC, and I think thank you for enlightening, and this is a valuable input for all our international guests. I would like to thank Mr. C. Rajshekhar, who is the man behind this event, who is responsible for helping, guiding us throughout and continuing this kind of event, which really brings huge value to the entire Northeast. And I'm sure this will be able to contribute to deepen the engagement. I would also like to thank all our other guests, especially the Consul General of Bhutan, the Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh, Mr. Sunil Kepi, Mr. Amin Hilali, Mr. Vice President of Lao Chamber, Mr. Rasfon, our old friends, long-standing friends, Habib Bhai, and our again long-standing friend Matlub Bhai for being with us. I think together we have done quite a lot, and we continue to work with all of you. With these words, I would like to formally thank MEA for planning this, and our business partner and all our guests, esteemed guests, Business Northeast and all our guests. Thank you so much.
I'd like to thank Dr. Rajiv Singh, Director General of Indian Chamber of Commerce. Ladies and gentlemen, there is an announcement, there is a request from the Select Chamber of Commerce. They would like to hand over a letter to the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Hemant Biswa Sharma.
Thank you very much. Excuse me. So, Shanta, please come. Sharat, please come. Group crisis.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are proceeding here for the opening of the bilateral interaction, and for that, it is my privilege to request the guest of honor, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs, Government of India. And I'd like to also request the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Hemant Biswa Sharma, sir, to kindly join us in the opening ceremony of the bilateral interaction, which has been organized in the exhibition hall. And I'd like to request all our esteemed dignitaries and delegates to kindly join us in the opening ceremony of the biocellular interaction, which is organized in the exhibition hall. Thank you. With this, I'd like to thank